keep me telling us how you're going to do. Talk no man, true.
Hey, welcome to our channel. This is screencrzy. I'm Keeves. This is
Jojo.
we will be doing the review for Chaos Walking.
Yeah.
So Chaos Walking is a movie about basically Earthlings.
Well, I wouldn't call it Earth still because I think in the movie they distinctly said that it wasn't Earth. They were on another planet, but I don't recall them saying it's
Human beings going on another planet to inhabit it. And on that planet, only the thoughts of men could be heard. And females, but the females, you couldn't hear anything. You couldn't hear their thoughts or their noise, so to speak.
So it basically plays around with the whole idea of mind reading, and I love that it does this in such a novel way that it makes it interesting. Because if you realize there are quite a bit of shows that have previously played around with this concept, right? But it was in this show, it was pretty different. One I can recall is that show with I think it's called What Men Really Want with Taraji. That also plays with mind reading. But as I said, this brings a whole new, different twist to the concept.
Yeah, so in the movie they define noise as being unfiltered thoughts by men, and these thoughts being unfiltered, men's thoughts being unfiltered was known as chaos walking.
Yeah, so it starts out with this very interesting quote, very philosophical, and I love it. It says, a man's thoughts unfiltered. sorry guys, the noise, I left that out and it completely threw me off. So the noise is a man's thoughts unfiltered, and without a filter, a man is just chaos walking. So when you hear how it's philosophical, so
Alright, so it kind of will spoil the movie a little bit. So if you don't watch the movie as yet, then I recommend you go and watch it now.
yeah.
So let's just jump right into it.
So after watching, you can win and come back and watch this. If you don't mind spoilers, then definitely stick around.
Yeah. So in the movie, there is a alien race known as the Spock, which they don't explain. That apparently wiped out only females from the tribe and leaving only the men to fend for themselves.
Right. So there was a all-male settlement.
Yeah, all male, which is very weird, but yeah. So the star of the show is Todd Hewitt, and you will hear his name about 50 times in the show.
Yeah, that's sad to hear him name.
I'm sorry.
I'm Todd Hewitt.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go.
No exaggeration. And the way the story starts is that he will find somebody in his house trying to steal certain stuff.
It was food.
And I think it was food or something. And
Something on this earth.
the person was trying to escape, and he ended up chasing them, and he found the crash ship, and the crash ship belonged to a female and her space.
Her space what? Her space people, okay? Her space
people.
tribe.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, Vegeta? When you fall off that horse, you get right back up and you eat that horse. Come eat that horse with me, Vegeta. What the?
Yeah, and what happened is that when he found the ship, he went to the settlement and told the mayor that the ship was there, and he said that the person that he followed to the crash ship didn't have any noise, and the mayor said okay, and that person is a female and they should try and find her.
Right. So from there, the show pretty much established that females don't have any noise. So basically, if me and Kims in the show, I realize that Kims have some little pretty something emanate around him, which is the noise, and it's representative of the thoughts of the individual. So anything Kims would I not think, I'd be able to literally see it and hear it as well.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, no, he would not be able to be privy to my thoughts, see or hear them nothing. So we as females would have the advantage of being able to read their mind. How good is that?
Whoa! Stop! Don't come any closer. It's a girl. Girl! Oh my gosh, girl. I'm sorry. No, blonde hair. I've just never seen a girl before.
So in the movie, they pretended the mayor pretended that he was trying to be a friend to the girl. Her name is
Viola.
And she gave him a bit of info, not too much though, of what they were trying to do in the new settlement and why
the mission that came to the planet that the males were on.
Yeah, and long and short of it, he wasn't being truthful. He wanted to take over the ship and basically kill every person that was on the ship and just take it over and just
and use the tech that the ship that Viola was on. Use the tech from that ship and transport his all-male settlement to another planet, basically. So, him that pretend to be our friend, we just basically stab our now.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is that? So Todd heard out after she escaped. He heard out. He tried to help her to get back to her ship, which in doing so they found another settlement, but it had females in it.
Yeah, so basically them go on one journey. They went on an adventure together, which was very enthralling and interesting. And this is how Viola was able to basically make contact with her space people.
Yeah.
And basically go back to our regular life.
Yeah, quote unquote
regular life.
After she and Todd went on an adventure, and she ended up connecting the beacon so that she could contact the ship. The mayor and the tribe followed them there and tried to
inhibit it basically, and one bag of excitement,
she and Todd.
But I would say, despite all of that, it had a decent ending.
It was okay. To be honest, it didn't leave room for a part two, in my opinion.
You might want to take that.
In my opinion, it didn't leave room for it because it did not explain. She thinks that it needs a part two because it did not explain the spark. It did not explain why women's thoughts couldn't be heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of that. Oh yeah. By the way, in the reveal of why the woman died, it was because
you can't spoil so much life for them, man. You can't give that award.
I mean, while watching the movie, you kind of figure it out. But
yeah, we're trying to get you. We want you to be interested in watching the movie, but at the same time, we don't want to give so much information where you watch the movie and we reveal too much of it for you, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Overall, I'd give the movie probably a 6.5.
Yeah, I think I gave it
6, somewhere there, because of course, as I said, it did not explain a lot of stuff. It kind of left in the dark. I mean, the action was pretty decent. It wasn't that big filler, and the reveal wasn't that huge if you were watching the show properly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
if you pick up on clues easily, the story will be easy for you to follow. If you're one of those Nancy Drew types and you like mysteries and you're quick and seeing these things and noticing things that other people wouldn't, it won't be that much of a surprise for you.
Other some that, I mean, the character development, my opinion, there wasn't much. I mean, there was realization, but there wasn't any development, so to speak. The soundtracks are pretty decent in certain scenes. Decent in certain scenes.
Alright, so character development for me, I was disagreeing with Kings and saying that there was character development, but looking back at it, the main character towards the end, not necessarily even towards the end, during the progression of the movie, he did show some level of growth in terms of maturity. You know, we meet him as this kid, and then he ends up taking Viola on this journey to help her to reconnect with her family, or space people, or space tribe, whatever you want to call it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that's what I was looking at and saying that, hey, you know, there is some character development in that. But I don't think it quantifies. I don't think it sums up to as much as we'd want to say, okay, there's character development. We need more than that. So, may agree with Kings in terms of character development. We need a little bit more. We're talking about soundtracks. There are a lot of instrumentals. I don't recall any sound being there with like songs or anything like that. There were mostly, as I say, instrumentals, and every once in a while you have like some little ethereal sounds, like nature sounds and all that. And it really added to the story, because you realize that a lot of the movie took place in nature backdrops or nature scenes. So that really added to the movie.
Yeah, it was a bit a soldiery type of theme. It wasn't bright and colorful. It was like more of a smooth green type of color. It was pretty clean. Picture quality is pretty clean. It was a decent watch. So if you guys are interested, then you can check it out. It's a pretty decent Tom Holland movie. And if you did watch it, leave your comments in the comment section.
In terms of comparables though, what would you compare it to? One movie that immediately comes to mind is Love and Monsters. Although Love and Monsters somewhat turned out to be a romance, it was better. I think it's a good enough comparable. Yeah?
Yeah, I would say that, but it was a better watch, but yeah. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, please check it out. As I said, comment in the comment section, like the video,
share.
if you like the video, and catch you next time.
What?
You know what?
Me, I'm a face with your big shoulder.
Alright. Sorry.
Wait. Stop saying, yo, stop that.
Alright.
Me done. I am done.